be here today. Raise your hand if you've ever been in the hospital or been in the doctor's office and you've been treated by a current or former Weatherford College allied health student. Raise your hand. Did you get great care? Yes. That's right. That makes today very, very special for us because today's the day we introduce a beautiful new building to you, and I'm going to let Dr. Eaton talk here in a few minutes about the facility and what it means. I want to introduce a couple of people. First of all, I want to introduce our Board of Trustees. You can hold your applause till we introduce them all. We have our chairman here, Mr. Frank Martin. We have DJ Graber, Dr. Luke Haynes. All kind of y'all can clap. That's fine. We have Don Allen, one of our Board of Trustees members here as well. Yes, sir. Did you hear about him? I know we have some former members of our Board of Trustees here today. Mr. Lynn Bearden, Jerry Durant, Roger Brizard, Pat Hamilton are all here today. Thank you for your service. And you know, it was your foresight that really helped make this possible today over many, many years. And so we're really happy about that. I know we have our mayor here, Mr. Dennis Hooks. Where is he? Where's the mayor? Thank you for being here, Mayor Hooks. I'm going to turn the stage over here to Dr. Kevin Eaton in a second, and then after him, we have several speakers. We have Frank Martin, our chair of our Board of Trustees. He's going to say a few words. Then we have a couple of student representatives that are going to speak to you today, Shannon, Cobal, and Dennis McGoof. Then our foundation board president, Mr. Bob Glen, is going to speak, and then we're going to take our pictures for the ribbon cutting, okay? And then we're going to let you eat cookies after that. Everybody okay with that? Okay. All right. Please welcome our president, Dr. Kevin Eaton.
I'd first like to say welcome, and I'm so thankful that you could join us here today. This is a huge day for Weatherford College, and we're so thankful that you could be here, part of this day with us. I want to thank a few groups today, and the first group I'd like to thank are all of those individuals that participated in our capital campaign. As you know, we raised $2.4 million in our capital campaign, and there's a strong possibility that we would not have this building today if not for that money we raised. So please give a round of applause for all of those people. Now, I would love to go through and talk about every single person that contributed to the capital campaign, but
this mic isn't working very well. Can you hear me without it?
All right, we're going to try it then. But I do want to point out two people that are here today that were very instrumental in our capital campaign, and that would be Vicki and Jerry Durant. They gave us the single largest contribution that we got in our capital campaign. The next group that I would like to thank today are our present and past board members. If you are a present or a past board member, would you please stand? And if you're standing, would you raise your hand so everybody can see where you are? Thank you. The reason I wanted you to see these individuals, and the reason I want to talk about our past board members as well, we wouldn't have what we have today if not for the past board members and what they've done for us. A perfect example, I was thinking that we'd see Roy Joe Grogan here today. Is Roy Joe in here anywhere? All right, well, I thought we might see Roy Joe, but I want to tell you, Roy Joe and his board back in 1965 are the ones that had the foresight to purchase 90 acres of land on a hill outside of Weatherford. People thought they were crazy. Why in the world would you want 90 acres of land outside of Weatherford? I don't know if you know this, but they actually purchased that land from the Bass Brothers in Fort Worth. Well, today, you're sitting on the 90 acres of land that they purchased, and 3 years after the purchase, in 1968, they built the campus that you see today. So I would like to thank those board members for everything that they did for Weatherford College in getting us to where we are today. I would also like to thank all of the boards that we've had over the last 50 years. Even though we're a lot older than that, I'm just looking at the boards over the last 50 years, because those boards have been such good stewards of the taxpayer dollars that they have built our cash reserves to a point that we didn't have to go out for a bond for either our academic building or our new Don Allen Health Science building. We actually used cash reserves to build these buildings, and we're very proud of that. So once again, I would like to thank all of our board members, both past and present, for everything they've done. about the dollars that we've raised and how we've been such stewards of the taxpayers' dollars, I want to point one thing out really quick that I bet you don't know. Our tax rate for Weatherford College is just below 11.5 cents per $100 of valuation. This is 41% below the state average. If we were to increase by 41%, we would just be getting to the state average on the tax rate, yet we've still been able to save money and be able to build the facilities that you see today on that 11.5 cents. So I just want to let you know that the mic isn't working again. I just want to let you know that we always think about the taxpayers in everything we do. And what I love about our board, and especially our chairman, Mr. Frank Martin, we always put the student first. When we're thinking about any construction project, we're thinking about how this construction project can service the needs of our students. So I want to thank once again the board, and I want to thank all the citizens of Parker County that have donated their money through their taxes, maybe not willingly, but you've given us your money, so thank you very much. In closing, I'd like to give you just a few remarks about our new Don Allen Health Science building. The building is 31,422 square feet. The construction cost was $4.94 million, which breaks down to $157.28 a square foot. The total cost with furniture, fixture, equipment, everything that you see inside right now was $5.86 million, which was about $140,000 under our budget. That breaks down to $186.50 a square foot. So I would challenge you to find any facility comparable to this that was brought in at that price. Inside the building, you're going to find 9 large health labs. You're going to find 7 classrooms, 1 large lecture hall, 1 computer lab, 1 conference room, 1 faculty workroom, and 4 student restrooms. The building will house programs such as nursing, sonography, respiratory care, radiology technology, and phlebotomy. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Weatherford College Board of Trustees Chairman, Mr. Frank Martin.
First of all, let me make it perfectly clear, we're not going to raise your taxes up that 41%. I want to take just a few minutes here to talk about some of the other people that were involved. The construction folks, Steel Freeman, especially Mr. Garth Rogers, who was the construction manager, did a super job with us the whole time through the whole project. Our architects, Hanfeld Hoffer, and I don't know if Eric or Michael are here today, but they did a super job. I see somebody, yeah, there's Mike back there. They did a wonderful, beautiful job for us. This is the second building we've had, the other one being our academic building over there. Of course, the foundation we could not have done it without their leadership in this. The campaign folks that we had help us with our fundraising, Cargill and Associates. Thank you very much. There's Steve Cargill and Paul Blevins over there. The city of Weatherford worked with us, Mayor. Jerry Blaisdell, I think he's here. This is a joint project. We've got to build to the same standards that everybody else in the city does. And they were always quick to be there with us and to work with us, and any issues were promptly resolved. I want to take just a couple of seconds to reiterate, for a board member, one of the neatest things is to provide to all of our students and to the public a quality place to get educated, to learn, and to spend their money with diligence. I think once you go through the building, you realize we did that, and I want you to know that it's been an extreme pleasure to be serving with you on the board. Now I want to introduce, and it's my pleasure to introduce 2 current health science students that are going to share a few words about this new building and their experience here at WC. I think it's important to note that the building has already been in use for a few weeks. Shannon is a graduate of our licensed vocational nurse program and is now studying in our associate degree nursing program. She's doing her clinical studies at John Peter Smith Hospital in Fort Worth and lives in Weatherford with her husband and 3 daughters. Dennis McGoof is a Fort Worth resident, a student in our sonography program. He's doing his clinicals at Baylor Grapevine with John Peter Smith. He and his wife are also busy with 4-year-old twins. And just one thing, if you'll notice, they're both married, both have children, and they're doing this in addition to raising a family. That's one of the things that the community college is able to do. And Weatherford has always done the best it can in order to provide that opportunity. Please welcome Shannon and Dennis.
Hello, I'm Shannon Cobal. I just wanted to, first of all, say thank you for having us here today. I've been a Weatherford College student since the fall of 2010, and I've only had a couple of semester breaks along the way. I've completed 30 classes here all over campus, including my nursing prerequisites and also my vocational nursing program in 2012. I'm currently in the LPNRN program to get my associate's degree in nursing. And I tell you that because I've been in classrooms all over the campus, and this building is definitely by far the nicest. Being in the other skills labs, having to share 6 or 8 students to a bed and practice stuff makes a huge difference in these. We actually have already been in 3 different labs. We've been in classes here for 2 weeks, and just being able to have 1 or 2 of us at a bed at a time to actually get the quality practice in makes a huge difference. So we really appreciate that. So that would definitely be my favorite part of the new building. And also the nursing students and myself just want to thank everyone that donated their time, money, and effort into making this happen, because we appreciate having such a beautiful and great learning environment. So thank you.
So when I was selected for the diagnostic medical sonography program, it was a blessing and a privilege. So it was an honor when Mr. Baker and the sonography program director, Ms. Bennett, asked me to say a few words. And I promise I will only say a few. For us, this Cadillac of the building exemplifies Weatherford College's commitment to allied health education. That's an exciting time to be a student. It's a lot of fun, and it's try to be a part of this. If you've never seen our old lab, it's difficult to describe. It was cozy. It was fun, but it was very cozy when moms-to-be brought their spouses, mom and dad, in-laws, and then their BFFs. So it made it very cozy, but we made it work. So the splendor of the new lab is greatly appreciated. Its modern features and amenities will be very conducive to our training. I spoke to my classmates this morning. We all share the same sentiment. As we come up the hill and we approach the Don Allen Health Science Building, there's just a great sense of pride. So it just brings a whole new vibe to coming up to the campus. So I thank you, Mr. Don Allen, and to Gary and Vicki Durant, to the Board of Trustees, Mr. Martin, and for Dr. Eaton for their collective guidance and leadership. Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Bob Glen of the Weatherford College Foundation, and it's my pleasure to express my appreciation to the entire community of Weatherford for the vast support that they gave us during the capital campaign. Not only did it change the landscape of this campus, but we're going to be able to provide $200,000 for scholarships to deserving students through the results of that campaign. And we thank the community. But today, a special thanks for the most generous donation and continued support of Jerry and Vicki Durant and Don Allen that made this very building possible. And I'd like them to come forward, and we'd like to present the Jerry Durant Auto Group with a token of our appreciation from the Weatherford College Foundation.
speech if you want. Don, do you want to make a speech?
Yes.
No. I'm going to clarify one thing that Bob said. He's right. We're going to offer $200,000 in scholarships. That's for next year, and the year after, and the year after, and the year after, right? Going up and up and up. Over $1 million in scholarship money. In that campaign, and I personally thought it was quite touching and really special that Jerry and Vicky decided to put Dom's name on this building. They didn't have to do that, and I think that showed true friendship, and I think that showed that they wanted to recognize somebody who's been very, very good to Parker County. So thank you again. Okay, so now we're just about done here. We have a lot of people here, and we want to get y'all in a photo. Now, before I do that, I want the students here from our health science program to make some noise. Let me hear you guys. It is great to have y'all here. So you are what this is all about, guys. So thank you for being here. Now, you're going to have a chance to meet some of those students in a minute. We're about to do our photographs for our ribbon cutting. And then after that, I want to encourage you to go into the building, and you're going to have a self-guided tour. You can walk around the building, and there'll be students and faculty in each and every room to explain what is going to be happening in this building, what's already been happening in this building. Make sure and go up to the second floor. Make sure and cover the whole building. Some fascinating stuff up here. So that's a self-guided tour just for you. Also, before you leave, while supplies last, we have some Don Allen Health Science Building commemorative glass mugs over here for you to grab. And we have chocolate chip cookies, tea and water for you as well, okay? So what we'd like to do right now, I want to thank you for being here. We'd like to go ahead and take our Chamber of Commerce ribbon cutting pictures. We're going to do the Weatherford Chamber and then the East Parker County Chamber. And if you'll turn around and look that direction, Crystal Brown should be back there waving. If you will head over there, the chamber folks with the ribbon, you get up in front, and everybody else will be back here. Y'all fill in behind them and be sure to get in the picture, okay? Thank you very much, and welcome to Weatherford College.